Hi, I'm Paul Drew from Studio One Expert. Today I'm going to be moving on with my mix series video. Now I've already done 3 videos, so I suggest you watch those first before watching this one. And today I'm going to be moving on to delays on vocals. So let's just hear the track again.
We're two separated souls, trying to reach around the world. When I go to sleep, your waking up begins. I wonder how it ends. And day's night over the zones, hanging on to the connection. And I hope that you're alone. You better be sending dreams in my direction. Whoa, whoa, what's the time in Tokyo?
Okay, so as you can hear at the moment, the vocal's just got reverb on it. What I want to do now is to add some delays to it as well. And I'm going to add a mono delay throughout the whole song, just to start with. So let's open up one of my favourite delays here, which would be Soundtoys Echo Boy. But instead of me dragging this straight into my send here, I'm going to set up a bus. So I'm going to add a bus channel. Now let's open my mix window here. If I come to the end, I've got bus 1. I'm going to call this delay 1. I'm just going to copy Echo Boy straight into delay 1. Now I've explained this in other videos why I use a bus instead of an FX channel for delays. It's basically so I can then add a reverb to the delay as well. So let's just do that. I'm going to drag in R2 again and just cut that back a bit. Now what I'm going to do through this is just to add a delay in the background, just to add a little bit more space to the reverb. So let's hear it as it is as we stand.
We're two separated souls,
now as I'm on a send, I'm going to turn up the mix here.
trying to reach around the world.
Just bring the send back here.
When I go to sleep, your waking up begins.
I want to cut back the highs
I wonder how it ends.
of the delay and also the lows here as well.
Day's night over the zones, hanging on to the connection. And
Now let's hear that again, with and without.
we're two separated souls. We're two separated souls,
So as you can see, it just adds that little bit more space.
trying to reach around the world.
Now with Echo Boy, you can add some different styles, so different models of different delay units. So let's just put in a tube tape here. And I'm going to turn the saturation up a bit. Now normally with this, it normally boosts the level of the delay, so I might have to take it back a bit here.
We're two separated souls,
Just drag that back a bit and take my send back.
trying to reach around the world. When I go to sleep, you're waking up.
Let's give it a little bit more feedback.
I wonder how it ends.
Okay, so that's what a mono delay sounds like. Now let's see what happens if we actually change it to ping pong.
Day's night over the zone.
As you can hear there, when I stopped it, the delay was bouncing from speaker to speaker. But I'm going to stick with single echo here.
Hanging on to the connection. And I hope that you're alone. You better be sending dreams in my direction. Whoa, whoa, what's the time in Tokyo?
Okay, so now we've got the basic delay set up through the song. What I want to do is to add some delay throws into certain words of the song, just to extend the words. And I'm going to do this throughout the entire song. But let's just show you how to do that. So again, I'm going to click on my sends and I'm going to add a bus channel here. And let's go down to my bus and I'm going to name that throw 1. Now I'm naming it throw 1 because I probably have a load of different throws throughout the song, different times. So I might have like a quarter note throw, I might have a half note throw, sometimes even an eighth note throw. So let's just set that up there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a different delay on this, and I'm going to use H delay, which is a waves delay. I'm going to copy that into my inserts here. Now again, let's give it a bit of reverb. So I'll just drag over my R2 reverb into the sends of that. And I'm going to lo-fi it. I'm going to take back the low pass here, say to about, I don't know, about 3.5K there. And I don't need any of the lows here, so let's just take the high pass up to, I don't know, about 220 there. Let's bring back the feedback a bit because I don't want it to extend too long. And I'm going to turn off this analog bit here because that just adds noise. I'm going to keep it as a mono delay, so I'm not going to switch on the ping pong here. Okay, now let's see how that sounds throughout the song. Now this is not how you'd use it at all, but I'm just going to show you what that delay sounds like. Here we go.
We're two separate souls.
See, it's too much to add during the song. So let's take it out, and I'm going to try and find a point in the verse where I can use it, and definitely a point in the chorus where I can use it. So let's just try a couple of things.
We're two separate souls, trying to reach around the world.
See, it sort of works there, but it sounds a bit corny. It's not the 80s anymore. So let's keep it out.
When I go to sleep, your waking up begins. I wonder how it ends.
Now it might work on that ends. So what I'm going to do here, instead of me actually triggering the whole delay there, I'm going to use the send as an automation. So let's just copy that into my automation lane there. I'm going to drag that out a bit, and let's go back here.
Sleep, your waking up begins. I wonder how it ends.
Okay, now let's put this in touch mode, with some automation here.
Begins. I wonder how it ends.
Okay, so that sort of works. I might just keep that in for the moment and then make a decision during the song whether to keep it or take it out. Now I know there'll be a place in the chorus where that would work. So
wonder
let's try it.
how it ends. And day's night over the zones.
See, just there on that zone.
Over the zones.
Now, I like it. Let's just let's make it a bit louder.
Over the zones. Hanging on to the connection. And I hope that you're alone. You better be sending dreams in my direction. Whoa, whoa, what's the time in Tokyo?
Now, as you'll see, that's quite a subtle thing, but in the whole mix, it will definitely add something. Now, I might want to add this to in the same place to all the different choruses. So let's just do that for the moment, and I can decide later on which ones I'm going to cut out if they're a bit too much. So let's just try that again.
And day is night over the zone. Hanging on to the connection. And day is night over the zone. Hanging on to the connection.
And let's just add it into the chorus 3, because I know there's a slightly different way she sings it.
And day is night over the zone.
So as you can see, because I've used it in touch mode, as soon as I let go of that automation, it zips back. So let's just, I can try it anywhere really, but. So I'm dragging it up.
You better be
Let go.
sending green.
And it drops straight back there. Obviously I'm not going to use that, so let's just get rid of that there. So that's how I add delays to vocals. Now in the next video, which will be part 5, I'm going to go into how to add effects to other elements of the mix. But until then, take care, and I'll see you next time.